Boom boom!
Hi there, my name is Jessica King, and I made a doll for John Duncan out of some materials that he sent me from Italy. It was a really great package to receive. Interestingly enough, the package was entirely wet when we got it, but the fabrics were not damaged at all. And I really enjoyed working with all the different kinds of fabrics he sent. And here is John with his magician doll.
Well, today I want to talk about Drawbridge. Drawbridge is a ghost town located right in the middle of the San Francisco Bay Area. Of the millions of people that live in this area, very few of them have ever heard of Drawbridge. But 100 years ago, this was a thriving community. Nowadays, it's rapidly sinking into the bay. The old wooden buildings are disappearing very quickly. The only way to get to this area is by walking down train tracks. This is not advisable. Nevertheless, back in 1998, that's what I did to take a last look of this sinking ghost town. I've posted a more detailed history and account of my visit on our Patreon page, so if you want to check that out, please do.
I'm Richard Ramirez, and this is once again a video about my fashion book collection and items. This one is about New York-based fashion designer Suzan Cianciolo. She's an artist, fashion designer, and short film director. I've been a fan of her work since the 90s. She's a huge influence in my fashion work. She also deconstructs garments, reworks them. She's all about sustainable fashion. She's made short films, cookbooks, art, zines, home collections, one-of-a-kind fashions. She also does workshops for the community. She's definitely a designer. If you haven't heard of her, you should really check out some of her work. Again, she's been a huge influence in my fashion work. And this is my collection.
So, have you ever visited a ghost town? What's your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.
Hello, this is Colin. And on today's tea, we have Brunch Blend. Now, we've all had brunch in our society for a long time, but have you ever thought about where brunch comes from? Well, of course, it's a meal between breakfast and lunch, thus brunch. Apparently, the original invention of brunch was in the 19th century in Britain. People weren't going to church as much as they used to and carousing on their Saturday nights. So they invented this special sort of meal called brunch on a Sunday, which would start out with a light repast, coffee and tea and whatnot, and then very leisurely go into the, bacon and eggs and all the usual breakfast things. Now, the idea is that it was a nice, long meal for people with hangovers.
Please consider supporting our channel by joining us at Patreon.